We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go, 70, Timberwood. Hawk 70. 60 Eagles. Panther 11.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Ready?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He better not start this shit with his connection, bro. Like, he better chill out, bro. Like, come on, bro. Oh.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go now. Back to 60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Winston. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, Winston. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Play action now. Winston.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Play fake. Winston. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. The kick by Lutz is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied error. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That's on the guard, David Edwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach.
Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 34 yards. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. $17-0 our score after 1. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Kamara trying again. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Once again, it's Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw now on first down.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Now a give right side Swift.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Zach Baugh drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's Winston. He's got a man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw there taken in by Smith. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, and this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The slot man in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man Johnson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A 10th carry for Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Back to the ground, it's Kamara.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 22, Winston. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 2.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Completing it to the right side. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
94 yards rushing for him now here in week one. A very solid start to this new campaign. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Slot man moves right. Again, it's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
On third down, Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
What the fuck, bro? Get the fuck out of here.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Swift again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Swift will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
5 on the 50.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston steps away. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Wait. Let's go. It's time to play.
Now Winston. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
This nigga can't
And
throw
that
for
is
shit.
caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, then he almost throws a pick. And that dude was getting blocked.
It's painted the picture of this game. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Saints, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
We just had short fields, easy touchdowns. Short field, touchdown. Oh, we can't have that. So I probably barely had 200 yards offense. Shit. I couldn't even tell you what the fuck I had. I'll tell you now, it was not a good game at all. $23 points. So that's going to be bad right here. Of course, there's plenty of time to improve. First game. Keys to victory was to allow him to have 175 yards. This man had 100 and something. Yeah, I do not like turning the ball over like that. I really don't. Just irks the hell out of me. Like every throw. Whew. Was this 25? Fuck, I missed this by 2 points. Let's leave that alone. Let's go to this quarterback. This quarterback throwing angle is throwing animation is pure shit. What is Jared Goff's? Because I know I'm used to Goff's. And I think he has the base throwing I don't think it's nothing special. Generic 2. Just generic 2. That's the one. Generic 2. And let's see what this nigga shit is on. Let's see. Let's see. He has like a giant wind up. Yep. Yep. Putting all these niggas on generic 2. Traditional 3. Look at that long ass wind up. That is. Ugh. I don't care about Matt Barkley. Alright. We got that game got ugly. Move on to the next one, bro. Moving on to the next one. That's a bad game right there. Very bad game. I'm mad. Well, shit, that will be the end of this stream here with the week 1 of the hold on, cause I gotta see something too. I got Hutchinson 80. He didn't do. I'm gonna have to watch this game over and see what Aiden Hutchinson did in this game. I'm gonna say he did a bunch of nothing. I think he had a tackle. Oh, he had 4. But I'm trying this combination of ability points. So the abilities that I'm using is Mr. Big Stop and defensive rally. But this guy didn't really have to pass the ball that much to where third and fourth down, like third downs, they were really short. So he was never in a third and long situation. You know what I'm saying? And so he kind of, like if you look at people's abilities, you're going to see that they're kind of, since third down. So you kind of want to have a short third down to where third down will be like third and 4. Third and 8 is not really good because then defense kind of knows you're going to pass the ball. Yeah, you can still try to run, but at the same time, you're going to pass the ball. So you kind of pass it on first down and then run to see what you get on, you know what I'm saying, on third down. Because you might get 6 on the second down run play when you have a guy like this. Because everything is predicated on third and fourth down, but we got to get the stops. We got to get, the chains long. So we had some of the changes long, and we went after them, and guess what we got? We got fucking roughing the passer penalties and all types of shit. And it bailed them out at the end of the damn day. And I didn't like that at all. But that is what happened. Morrison had like 2 penalties. Harrison had 2 penalties of roughing the passer. So, but as far as the game, he only had 1 tackle. 1 solo tackle for a loss. And look at his finesse move and everything is already suspect. So he's already going down. Still got 98 awareness. Damn, I just not noticed that. 99 play rate. So, I mean, it's just one game for right now. But Aiden Hutchinson was 81 overall last year. Now he's 89. Or, yeah, 89. So, I'm going to kind of finagle some of these to kind of see where I want. I do like I don't like that pass rusher's ability will have their pass rusher move points restored after a sack. I really don't like any of these. I really don't. Only ones I really like is edge threat elite, edge threat. Bogo defenders with this ability are granted a free pass rush move once per play after spending a pass rush point. See, I mean, like Bogo for computer play might be better because this can happen at any time. But they have to be passing the ball, of course. And then rebate, defensive with the refund pass rush point when they successfully shed blocks. So I don't know if that's on runs or passes. I don't know. Like some of these things you don't even, you just go to the generic ones. You just go edge threat and maybe something like under pressure. So, I mean, I might have to put under pressure on him to at least he's going to affect the quarterbacks, from a great distance, pushing the pocket. So, I might have to do that. I might do that and I might just do that in Mr. Big Stop. I like defensive rally because it gives everyone, but it's only 1 point. So we'll just do pressure until he until I unlock the other shit. I do have 1 point, so I think I can unlock an edge threat. Okay, so we did have a point to unlock edge threat. Bam. So this kind of changes him up a bit because I do have him playing more of a, like in my 3-4, he's on the interior instead of on the outside because I don't really want him standing up. But he's going to have to stand up now. So, well, he can move around, but he's going to have to always be on the edges. So, let's go ahead and, well, while we're here, let's just go ahead and fix that. Go here. I do have a lot of guys that can move around defensively, so let's see what we got. So my 3-4, I'm going to take him out. Zach Morris. Then I did get that other guy, Manuel Gray. What's his block shed? 71, 76, 74. Williams is nobody. Okay, so John Pascal is 81 block shed. To me, I think he's kind of too small. 6'3", 270. Six three, 268. 268. I don't know. How do I feel about him being right here? I think he's too small. 6'6", 275. And he has 85 strength. Put Aiden Hutchins right here. Derek Barnes. I think Aldrich, Alton, and Robinson is hurt. Oh, no, he's not. He's good. What's this guy's? 77. His shit's pretty low, too. All right. So, so fixing that on a 3-4 because we don't have a 3-4 depth chart. So my depth chart is really right here for everything else, except for the 3-4 shit. So Aiden Hutchinson here. Zach Morris. All right, D tackle. I don't know how Jonathan Marshall got in the game. I don't know how that happened. All right, so left outside linebacker, that's all fine there. Now I gotta do my left in, right in. Hutchinson, Morris. We gotta take Hutchinson's out right here. Morris, we're gonna put Aldrick Robinson right here. And put Zach Morris right here. Zach Harrison here. Whew, sneezed. All right. And then there's that Cub, nickel Cub. Gotta find out what Morris or what you call it. There he goes. He's right there. So we got him. Let's put Pascal right here. Yeah, we're gonna take Felix out and put Aiden Hutchinson right here. All right, and that should be it. All right, so we're good. All right, we're good there. So he basically, with that edge threat and pressure, it's basically edge threat elite, where you get edge threat elite, and then 95 overall, you want to go with that, and then you can add. I don't know if you put double pressure, if it's bigger or more impactful. I don't know, or you can go to something that like, um, to me, what I would do something like unpredictable, I believe, where it like doubles up the points. But we'll have to see. So he has edge threat. So he basically has edge threat elite. When you combine those two, that's edge threat elite. So when he gets 95 overall, we're gonna give him edge threat elite, which gives him the pressure and edge control, or whatever how you want to call it. And then we'll be able to give him um, another ability to take off the pressure, and I'll probably put unpredictable on there. Something that when he uses a pass rush point, it doubles for earn, you know. So we'll go with that and see how that works. See if that builds a dynamic pass rusher. So, but he's also slow, man. But I mean, so is what's his name? Nick Bosa. So he's actually well, I don't want to say he's faster than Nick Bosa, but Nick Bosa is really. I didn't know Nick Bosa was that slow, but he's very powerful. Nick Bosa has what 95 strength or something. That's crazy. 6'4", 79 speed. Like I wonder if Nick Bosa have edge threat. What is his ability? Oh, he does. He has edge threat elite. See, this is what I don't understand. So he has under pressure. Now I don't know if this guy put this on him or not, but I'll go offline and see. But edge threat elite, as you can see, it says apply significant QB pressure while rushing from the edge of the defense. So you don't need under pressure. Now, unless it just says from a greater distance, maybe. I don't know. But edge threat elite gives the quarterback pressure. So it's apply significant QB pressure while rushing from the edge of the defense. So you don't really need under pressure. You know what I'm saying? So that this one kind of cancels out. This is both. So like on my guy, on Aiden Hutchins, right? I have both of these, which elite is these two. This is elite. So when you get that edge threat elite, it adds under pressure into it. So now you can take this under pressure off and then go with something else. What you would go with? I would, because I don't play on them, so I I wouldn't defensive rally to me, no. I don't rebate, no. I think what I say, unpredictable or double or nothing. Says defenders with disability are like likely to increase their block resistance for performance. No. Double or nothing. Pass rush with disability must spend double the pass rush points to perform a move, but are granted dominant wins. I would probably go double or nothing. So that means when he does do a pass rush move, like he's gonna, it's a high risk, high reward type of thing. Like you're gonna lose all your pass rush points, but it's gonna be like he has to get to the quarterback at the end of the day. Like he doesn't get to the quarterback doing that shit. Like you kind of can put this on. I can kind of put this on him right now. I can put this on him right now, but what I want at the end of the day, right? I want the pressure on the quarterback to where the quarterback makes terrible passes because he's under pressure. You know, so I don't want to take the under pressure off, right? Because this is gonna like if he doesn't get to the sack, he's still gonna fuck up the pass. You know what I'm saying? So if I take this off, he doesn't fuck up the pass. He has to hit the quarterback to fuck up the pass, which he most likely not gonna get there because he has 82 speed. You know what I'm saying? So if he was a lot faster, he might be able to get to the quarterback, and I wouldn't even need under pressure because he'd be a lot faster to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Hit the quarterback in. But I don't know. So I'm really not paying attention to the D line as much. So, but as if even if he doesn't get to the quarterback, this him being on the field under pressure is gonna fuck up the quarterback's accuracy unless he has like fearless on, which a lot of these quarterbacks don't have fearless. So, but that's how that's gonna work. That's how that's gonna go at the end of the day. And let me see, Penny Sewell. I don't really run that many screens. I need secure edge protector, pass protector. Oh shit. I need 5 more points for that shit. God damn. I ain't know think I need that many shit. For which one? Secure protector is 90, 90 all day 90. Well, 90 pass protector. Shit, I need 5 points for that. So, oh well, got a ways to go. See, I wonder if Puller Elite works on screenplays. Like he's pulling, but is that, I don't know. It probably is. I'm probably just trying to be too nitpicky. But yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, we lost this game. I done threw 5 interceptions with this damn quarterback. I changed. Yes, I did change his shit. So I changed his shit. I changed his damn throwing deep accuracy 82. Yeah, put that on him anyway. Mid throw. Man, he got 84 speed. It's too slow. Well, shit, hey man, I'm getting off this motherfucking game, my guys. So, catch you guys on the next one. See you guys soon. And we up out of here, y'all.